Hello, everybody. We're live. It says I'm live. I got a green light. It's up there. Yeah, green light's up there. It says I'm live. How we doing, everybody? I'll sit and wait a little bit. I know it's kind of unannounced. It's a Sunday. Normally, I'm on here on Saturday night. Saturday, kind of busy Saturday, so I didn't get a chance to get live. So I thought, well, I'll come in here tonight. It's Sunday. See what happens here. See if anybody joins in. We'll go from there. Go get a bottle of water. So I got a bottle of water to drink. This edition to the Twisted Mopar Garage live show is sponsored by these guys. Not really, but I like them, so I'll give them a shout out. So there it is. How we all doing? Yeah, freshly opened bottle. Let's get her started in here, guys. See what we can talk about. Had a busy week last week. Worked on a lot of stuff last week. Finished out my truck. Got that done. The fender repair on the truck's done. The owner's kind of happy, I think. Says he is. So I'm going to say he's happy. We are live. Says I got two of them watching. I guess they'll come in if they want to. That's fine. Fat Bob's Garage. How you doing, Bob? How's everything your way? I'll just call you Bob. I like Bob better than I like the first part. But yeah. How's everything your way, Mom? Good. Good. Glad to hear it. It's going pretty good here for me. It's been a challenging week, I can say that. Got to finish up that trailer job. Got that done. Customer picked that up. He's happy, real happy. So I'm glad he's happy. Finished out that 4900 truck, International. Finished up that fender repair. It turned out pretty good. It could have been better, but the owner just didn't want to spend a lot of time on it. He just wanted it fixed where it looked okay. He really just wanted me to kind of smooth over, though it had big rivets and stuff to hold the fender together. He just wanted me to kind of cover that and rattle can it. I'm not good at rattle can repair stuff, so I guess there's a time and a place for rattle can, but I try to stay away from as much as possible. That's just me. So I got the trailer done. Got that truck done. Eric the Great's in here. How you doing, Eric? How you doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Ready for the new week, I guess. Tomorrow's Monday. Looks like it's going to be a rainy week around here this week, which is good. We need the rain. We really do need the rain. So I'm doing good, Eric. I'm doing okay. It'll probably be a much slower pace of work this week for me. So this last, I'm going to say 2 months has just been really busy for me. It's been a busy time. And it's been good, I guess. So, yeah, rain's good. We need it right now. We need all the rain we can get. I think we're down about 4 or 5 inches on rain, so we need some. The ponds are pretty low around here. I've been here 12 years, and I've never seen the ponds around here as low as they are right now. Not ever. So that tells you something. Some of them are down 4 or 5 foot easily. So yeah, we need the rain. Yeah, I got, let's see. Yeah, I got worked on combine stuff. I got a semi to work on in the morning. It's got a, looks like mice has got up into the wiring on the trailer side of it, knocked out some wiring on some lights and stuff. So I don't know how bad that's going to be until I start pulling the wiring out of the trailer. And hopefully it's confined to a place, not the whole thing. But I'll have to approach it as it's going to be a bigger repair than I think, but we'll see. Yeah, the trailer looked good. I mean, for what I was fighting with, I fought wind. For one thing, I was outside. I'm not making excuses for how bad the paint looked. You know, I'm a paint and body guy, so I know when stuff's bad, and I know right where to go. I know right. I'm not going to hide nothing to nobody. I mean, it just, to me, it was not the quality that I should have put out there. But I was really fighting, 20-mile-an-hour wind gust and out there, and it had to be done. The guy wanted the trailer, and it's like, well, we need to wait a few days, and we was out of time. It had to be painted. So that's the problem with painting it outside. So it's a risk. I mean, you be painting along and that gust of wind come along there and just blow your paint away. And it's like, wow, where'd that go? And it's like, okay, I got to back up to it. And then it gets to be a problem. So it's hard to explain that, how you can be. And then if you get too close, you're trying to spray close to the frame and places, and you're trying to keep it from running, and then the wind blows it, and then, well, you got to run anyway. So there's a couple runs I wasn't happy with, but all the reality of it was in places that you're not normally going to see, but I see them. I know they was there, and I showed them to the customers, like, hey, look, there's a couple places I'm not happy with. And he goes, that's fine. He said, it's great to him. He was excited when he seen it. So the outside of it looks good, I guess. So there's some places I didn't like, but I kind of is what it is now. It's just me thing. It's just, the quality I want to put out there for a guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks good. It does look good. So, and the truck fender, that turned out fairly well. I mean, man, I tell you what, trying to get matched paint, it's tough to match paint because you don't know. Even that's white. I mean, that's as white as porcelain white. And you start mixing it, and you think you're getting a good match. It looks good. I done a spray out. Checked it with a truck. It looked good. And you put it on the truck, and it's like, well, there's a shade different. You wouldn't think white would be different, but it is. So, but Napa couldn't, I hate to say it, but Napa couldn't even come close. And they tried a couple times to get it. And it's like, they couldn't, everything they got was kind of a tannish looking white. I mean, it's like a vintage, or what do they call it, antique white. I mean, that's what it come out to be. And that's the best they could do. And the guy up there told me, so that's the best I can do. And I said, I understand. So he tried to make it right. And I'm just saying that's the best they could do. So I mixed myself, and I think it's pretty close on the color of white. I mean, it's going to fade out some. And yeah, it's old paint. I'm trying to match old paint to new paint. It's tough sometimes. So Mama M's in the house. How you doing, Mama M? See who else is in there. No, we don't want all the rain at one time. Nope, don't need that. No. Nice, good, steady, 2/10 rain every day. Be nice for about 4 or 5 days. That would be nice. And it's fall. I mean, we're going to get some rain, but we're not getting a lot of rain here. I mean, it's looked like rain the last 2 days here, and it's kind of done like a little drizzle, but nothing that goes in my gauge, I can tell you that. Today was the best shot. They were saying like 60% chance of rain here, and I got a light shower. I was out barbecuing this afternoon and had a light shower come up, but it didn't amount to much. But I mean, it'll take every bit we get. How's Mama M tonight? How you doing? We've had a couple of frosty days already. So we had one good frost day the other day, and then the other day was kind of a light frost. So John Wilburn, how you doing? How you doing tonight? Glad to see you in. Thanks for dropping me in. I appreciate it. How you doing today, sir? I missed my Saturday night. I was busy Saturday night, so I couldn't do a live Saturday. But I thought, well, I'll come in here for a little bit and say hi to everybody and see how everybody's doing. Just keep up with everybody. Glad you all stopped in. I appreciate it very much. I really do. So, no, I'm not working on a car. I'm just sitting here yapping up my mouth. So, trying to see what's going on in the chat. Wait a minute, it's over here. The chat's over here on yeah, it's one of the sides over here. Yeah. So I do see what's in the chat, what's going on. So in the morning, I get to work on a semi. Got to fix a brake hose on one that's bad. It's tied off. So I got to fix that. That's an easy fix. So fixing that on a brake chamber, that's easy. That's a 15-minute job and walk away. The other one with the wiring, that might be a cluster. I don't know yet. The good thing is it's only on the turn signal. It's not the tail light or anything else, but I'll bet when I get that wiring drug out, I'll bet it'll be more than just the turn signal. I'll bet. I'll probably be pulling wires plumb to the middle of the trailer. And it's all the wiring's in the frame on this trailer. It's a Timty trailer, so it's all up inside the frame rail. They give you little slots that are about 4 or 5 inches long, and they're about maybe 2 inches wide to pull the wire out. And you only got them in a couple places. You got, of course, one in the center because you got a center turn signal light there in the center of the trailer. But then you just got clearance lights down the side. But you only got a couple places to pull that wiring out of that trailer. And not a lot of room because they got the airlines running down through there too. So it could get interesting. I'm going to hope for the best. I hope I can pull it out. I think I know about where the problem is. So hopefully I'm correct on that and I can pull the wire right down and get it repaired. Otherwise, it's going to be a not so good day. I don't mind fixing wiring. Wiring's nothing to fix, but you got to be able to have access to get it. Semi-trailers, they don't give you a lot of access. They do up front, up in the front area. It's all out there for the world to see up inside there, but down in frame rails, no. So they don't want you to see it down that frame rail. I get it. I understand it. Yeah, it's about time for all the yard work to be done for around your houses and everything. Winter, I hate to say it, that bad word winter coming. So, yeah, I think everybody's trying to get it done. I got a little bit of weed eating I do here around the house here, of course, and then I help the landlord on some of the stuff he does just to make it look nice for the winter and stuff that I'll do. Yeah, it's winter time's coming. I really don't want to see this winter come. I dread it in winters every winter, but yeah, last mowing of the week. Yeah, it's what's going on around here too is it's the last mowing, trimming, and all of that stuff. Get stuff put away so it ain't out in the weather and get everything. I got a rotiller and stuff. I still got a garden to pull out. I got to do that, and I'll till up the garden. So I mean, it's a raised garden, so it's not a big garden. I used to have a big garden, but now I just have a raised garden, and it's about like a 10 by 10 plot, and that's big enough for me. So I'll get that all cleared out, and I'll till her up and make her good till next year. I think everybody looks forward to the last mowing of the year. I think everybody, if we had a wet year and stuff, it's been hard to maintain it and keep up with it. And I think everybody looks for that last time. So I think drag racing for the year is winding down. I think there's only 1 or 2 more races around here. Now I think that'll be shut down for the year. It looks like, if they can get those in. So usually hit October, it gets to be pretty iffy to get drag racing in. Unless you're down south or something. But around here, it's pretty much shuts down about by the middle of October. It's usually done. So I'll see what next year brings. Next year might be an interesting year for me. We'll see. John, does your maintenance include tires, John? I heard something about tires, so I don't shoot the messenger. John's probably relaxing watching TV. He just happened to click on to here, and he's probably still resting up from the No Name Nationals and all that stuff, getting that all finished out. Gets to rest a little bit. So, Bob, what are you working on? Philip the Third's in the house. How you doing, Philip? Glad you come in. Thank you. Plug the tire. Yeah, them edges usually you got about center of the edge to about that much. That's about all you get. Yeah, you can plug it, but it won't hold air. That's the thinnest part of the tire, and that's the part that flexes the most when you turn. So you better off put that tire in the back and put a different one if it's on a steer. It's on a steer. Just saying. Yeah, this was kind of a surprise. Poof, here I am kind of deal, because normally I'm on Saturday night, but Saturday I was busy doing things, family and stuff. So I done that, and then I thought, well, I'll jump in here. Wasn't really doing nothing. I was watching it rain a little bit outside, and I thought, well, I'll come in here and see how everybody else is doing today. Didn't want to interrupt anybody's Sunday evening stuff. So Shelly's in the house. Hi, Shelly. How you doing? I had my bowl of ice cream, so I did have that today. Didn't have any cheesecake, but I did have ice cream. So just saying. Shelly. Well, that don't take long, Philip. That doesn't take long. You start cleaning out the garages and sheds and moving stuff around. Person gets sore. Start using them muscles you haven't used in a while, or using them to the extreme you haven't used for a while. That's usually what it is. I get like that when I sandblast too much. It's like, man, I'm old. It's like every muscle starts hurting after you sandblast a couple days. Yep. I know a little bit about that, Philip. I really do. I got a garage out there I've been moving stuff around, trying to get things ready because I just kind of stack stuff in there. It's like, poof, there it is, you know. Oh, here's a spot, the empty spot. It's got to have something in it. It's kind of like a flat table that's open. Something has to sit on it. I don't care what it is. God forbid you'd have an open place on your tabletop in your garage. God forbid that had happened, because I guarantee you something's going to fit on it, and it's going to stay there for a while. Shelly, you're fine. You're all good there, Shelly. Ice cream fixes everything. I don't care what anybody says. Ice cream will fix it all. So just so as you know, Shelly. And Philip, that's probably what you need. A little bit of ice cream. That'd probably make the muscles feel better in your back. Just saying. Well, Art, how you doing? Glad you stopped in. Appreciate it, sir. Really do. Oh, we're doing okay. I mean, I got some stuff I got to take care of, but yeah, is what it is. Monday's coming. I should really start slowing down at work a little bit. I mean, it is getting to be, you know, fall and winter time, so things will slow down in the shop. There won't be some, as far as sandblasting, there won't be much of that going on. I mean, it will be weather permitting, because we don't have a building per se to put the sandblast in. So all the sandblasting I do is, you know, is out on a concrete pad. So I mean, it ain't the fact you can't sandblast in the winter. You can. You start getting below that 50-degree mark, though, and it gets to be pretty tough to sandblast. I don't care what anybody says. I've sandblasted in 45-degree weather. That ain't no fun. So can you do it? Yeah. Should you do it? Probably not, unless you got a building. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, Shelly. I know. Well, I got to throw ice cream out there. I mean, you know, I don't get ice cream very often. I don't get it. I don't get it as much as I say I do sometimes. I'll I'll get a scoop once in a while if I'm in the mood for it. So if I tell you I had ice cream, I had ice cream. That's what I can tell you. So I do like it. I'll do that, Metal Art. Yeah, I sure will. Yeah. I'm not hard to, get a hold of. I don't go hiding. I'm too big a boy to hide. Let's see what we got going over here. Mom, Em, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I had to do this on a Sunday, but I thought, well, I better come in here and at least, you know, tell everybody I'm still here. Okay, Philip, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you, sir. Really do. Thanks a lot. I appreciate everybody that comes in. I really do. You don't have to come in here and listen to me spew and all that stuff, but I appreciate you coming in. Something I can help somebody with. Got a question, I'm more than happy to try to answer the best I can. If I can help, I will. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some videos this week. I'm going to try to make a video of the trailer repair and the wiring. My videos, I hate to say it, guys, most of my videos, I mean, I'm not good at having a camera sitting there showing you guys what I'm doing. I usually take the camera, and my camera right now really sucks. I mean, it really does. I mean, it's not a good camera. I need to do something different. But right? I mean, it's just really hard for me to do the camera, tell you what I'm doing, show you what I'm doing. I usually take the camera and I show you what I start with, and then when I finish, here's what I got done. I mean, that's kind of what I do, and that's, a lot of people don't like it like that, but that has to be the way I do it for right now. And I'm sorry, but I just don't have, when I'm working on something, I'm concentrating on what I'm trying to fix and do. And it's really hard to, here, I need to adjust the camera. I need to put the camera here and put, and it's just too distracting for me to do all that stuff and then try to do my job that I'm concentrating on too. So, and I'm sure most guys can agree with that. But Philip, you take care. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. Yeah, and this new phone I got, it's a Moto G phone. The videos are good and clear, but they get a shakiness in them, which when I'm sitting there filming, it don't show that shakiness there at all. I'm real, the iPhone never had that. It had a video stabilizer in it. This phone, I can't find that video stabilizer. It may not be an option for this phone. So, but yeah, I'm going to do something different with the camera. That's going to happen. Yep. All right, Philip. See you. Appreciate it, sir. So, Shelly, what'd you do today that was interesting and fine? Let me get over here for a second. Take care of something here. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right there. There we go. Took care of that. Had to answer a text, so took care of a text. Yeah, here's that phone. I said it. Yep, there we go. It's a Motorola G phone. Moto G phone is what it is. It's got a good camera to it, but I'm telling you, it's just shaky all over the place. Yeah. So. Did you drop out of there too, Shelly? Everybody gone? Yeah, I didn't mean to come in on a Sunday and disturbed everybody's Sundays, family time. Sunday to me is normally family time. So I hate to bother anybody on their only, some people only have Sunday to visit family and do family stuff and sometimes just to watch football. So, and there's David. How you doing, David? Glad you could pop in. I was getting so lonely. Thought maybe I might have to shut my channel down, I'm sorry. Did I say that? I was telling Shelly a little bit earlier that I already had my ice cream. I did have ice cream today. So what'd you do real good today, David? I really hope to see your woodworking stuff. I really want to see that. I like what you got, but I can get into woodworking stuff. I'm not a woodworking guy, but I love woodworking stuff. So just telling you straight up. Okay, Bob. Appreciate it, sir. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you coming in. You have a good evening. Be careful out there and be good. Absolutely nothing. Well, I can attest that I've done almost absolutely nothing myself today. So I did barbecue some pork steaks. I did do that. Had some potatoes, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, I love mac and cheese. You can make about anything with mac and cheese. I mean, if mac and cheese is good by itself, or you can add some hamburger to it, and there's hamburger helper stuff. I mean, you can just kind of do anything you want with mac and cheese. You almost can't ruin mac and cheese, unless you're making lasagna. There's a good chance you could really mess up lasagna. Just saying. Building handrails and putting beds together. Well, that's a project. That's a project, David. Shows there are about 6 a watching, so got 5 likes. That's good. I'll take it. It don't matter. I'll take them all. I mean, this was kind of the spur of the moment kind of thing. Just kind of pop in live. I have a hard time setting a forward time, if you know what I'm talking about, David, of posting up a preview of when you're going to be live. I can do that, but then when I go in to get into the live, it won't let me access live. It just won't do it. It won't. Now I can go in here just like I did, pop in live right now, but I can't schedule it. I'll put it that way. If I can schedule it, but I can't get in the schedule to get in it to go live. I always end up having to make a brand new live. I don't know what that's something setting in this laptop. So that's the only time this laptop's used is to do my live with. I don't use it for anything else. My phone is my go-to thing. So don't know what that is. So a lot of guys have set the, like David, you'll set yours up and it'll be like, the day before, or whatever, and then you're scheduled and you jump right into yours. I can't, they won't let me do it. I've scheduled them a couple times. And the fact is they're still on my screen as scheduled update for live. And it's like, I can't even delete it. So I don't know. I'm just computer stupid. That's all. Indecisive Garage. How you doing, sir? How's everything your way? There's Backwood Performance. They jumped into there. How you guys doing way down in the deep south? Warmer down there? It's I think it's about 50 degrees here. Got a little light shower rolling through right now, just so as you know. So how's everything? Yeah, about the same kind of temperature then. Yeah, you're just a little further south. You're what about? I think you're about 4.5 hours south of me. I think. Renegade, he's way down there in basking in the sunshine and the warm beaches, and he goes out there and gets sand in between his toes all the time. Knucklehead, hey, how you doing? Long time no hear. How you been? That's awesome. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that, Knucklehead. That's great. Yeah, maybe it might be 5 hours. I think it depends on which way I go to get to you. It's a little bit different than going to Louisville. I mean, I could go to Louisville and grab you, but I think going down 55, I think would be a faster way. Indecisive. How's everything going your way? Did you get your truck all figured out? Yeah, I bet they did. I bet they did change their mind about shutting the water off now. We haven't been that cold here. I mean, I think we got down to 32 degrees a couple days ago. That's been the coldest so far. Slow on repairs. How you doing? Renegade's hogging all the heat. Yeah, he's down there on the beach down there, wiggling his toes in the sand right now. Can't you see that? And one of them beach chairs, wiggling the toes in the sand. I can see David doing that. Yeah, yeah. Slow on repairs. How you doing? Testing pressures today and then pulling the trans, taking it. You're going to take it to John? Is that what you're going to do with the tranny? That's good. Yeah, Johnny gets you lined out on the tranny for sure. He'd be the man there. The turtle thing, that's way out of my roundhouse, just so as you know. But I mean, I don't mess with turbos too much. Outside on a semi, once in a while we'll change one out. I know when one's bad. I do know that. So I wish I could help you more, but I know you was thinking you had a mass airflow sensor having an issue. Possibly. You was only building a small amount of boost and then it was going crazy on boost. Oh, you're gonna pull the motor too. Oh, I see. What kind of compression you running in that truck? Do you know? I mean, by chance, is it 9.5, 10, something like that, maybe? Can't imagine you being 11, but I could see you being in the 10 range, maybe, with a turbo. 8.5 to 1. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think you could be up there real high, but I have heard of people being in the 10 range. Not, I don't know if a Ford could. I hate to say that. I'm not trying to knock them. Just, small block Chryslers, you start pumping compression into a small block Chrysler, there's not enough head bolts in there to hold a head gasket on a small block. Once you start getting up there about 13 to 1, they want to push out the head gaskets on a small block. So just saying, I've heard of people adding the head bolt to them, but to the small block Mopars, but we usually keep the small blocks and what we race with, and even the motor I'm going to build, I'm going to keep it down below 11. I might get it 11, but I really want it under 11. That's just, I know there's problems with any of the small block Mopars once you get up there around that 13 compression area. They don't. 12.5 is probably the most I'd push one myself personally. I know people do, but I try to go after longevity. So I'm pretty sure the Ford has that same problem with the head bolt issue. You start pumping up too much compression in them. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played with Fords. Yeah, you're making it up with boost. You're shoving it in there. Yeah, you're putting the atmosphere in there. Yes, yeah. So what are you doing there? Slow on repairs. Watch Law and Order. Eat at her place and some conversations. Well, that's nice. Let's see here. What do you say here? Had a good day hanging out with a new lady friend. Well, that's always good. That's always good. I'm jealous. I don't have a lady friend, so nothing like that. I've been single about, I don't know, 12 years since I got my divorce. So, nitrous makes everyone happy. Yeah. Yeah, if I can get this new motor built over the winter, I might be tempted to play with a small amount of nitrous. But you got to remember them small blocks. I'm telling you, they got to be careful with compression and how much you shove into them babies, because you will find a head gasket problem. Trust me. Ask me how I know. So they will have an issue. I was going to say, 150, 200 shot is about as most you're going to get out of them. 150 is pretty safe with them. You start playing up there at 175, 200 shot of stuff. Yeah, you'll find a head gasket. You might find a whole bunch of other problems besides that, in there, depending on how you're shooting it. Like I said, I've thought about it with this engine I'm getting built over the winter. If everything can go together, I might play with a little bit of it. I mean, it's something I haven't played with for decades. I mean, decades. So I'm not a big fan of it, but on the street, I might play with it. But we'll see. There's a lot of things going on right now it's got to take precedent before I worry about all that. And just so you know, everything I got's up for sale. So just so as you know right now. So my problem is I don't have a garage that I can put my stuff in, and what stuff I got in, that garage is coming down. So I got to get all my stuff out. So that's why I'm selling everything. I have no other place for it to go, and it's got to leave. I mean, it's sad, but that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's either that or watch it sit out in the weather. I got too much stuff to let sit out in the weather. I don't know if David's hogging all the ice cream or not. Yeah. Rob, how you doing? Glad you come in. Glad you stopped in. How you doing this evening? I'm just sitting here babbling about nothing and everything. Stuff I don't know nothing about. Nitrous and turbos. I change out turbos. I've done that before, but I couldn't tell you about racing turbos. That's way out of my wheelhouse. So they're great when they work. That's what I can tell you on a turbo racing. They're great when they work. What have you been working on, Rob? Anything good? Getting over a head cold. Man, you've been playing with that for a while. Of course, I know something about that too. I've had that fight. I'm glad it's, the weather's changing because it's taking that crap away from me. So I'm pretty good right now. So you got locked out of your account and you had to make a new one. Well, you can definitely get back in it. That's what I can tell you. I mean, I'm just gonna say something, throw it out here for whatever it's worth. I don't look for the drama. I try to stay away from drama as much as I can. Drama is never a good thing. I mean, we all kind of get there, but man, when I start seeing the drama, it's like, man, I can't play a party of it. So, just saying. There's unfinished project. How you doing? Yes, it is phenomenal. Another word of the day. We're here. We have arrived, and it is phenomenal. I've had a good day today. So I really had a good week. I got some stuff done. I'm happy I got the truck done. The customer's happy with it. I'm glad I got the trailer done. That's turned out really good. So it's happy, happy, happy. LP 94 is in the house. How you doing, LP? How you been, sir? I just jumped in here on Sunday evening because I thought, well, I wasn't on Saturday. So I thought, well, I'll jump in here and just do a little quickie and tell everybody hi. And I'm still kicking and, kicking and screaming. That's the way to be tomorrow when I go to work. I'll be kicking and screaming. How you doing, Lars? How's everybody your way? You ain't been out trick-or-treating. How much candy did you get? Just saying. I know Lars has been out trick-or-treating. I know he has. You gonna fess up? You gonna fess up? Rob, you been out trick-or-treating? Phenomenal. I like that word. That's just a good word that fits everything. Oh, it's this Friday. What are you dressing up as, Rob? A mechanic. I know what it is. A mechanic. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I could see you running around, Rob, with a, torque wrench and a hammer. What do you think? 66 Valiant. Art the Clown. Yeah. Send all the candy to Shelly, she says. You're picking up your new to me treat this Friday in Joliet. Okay. Have 4 or 5 videos you need to do, David. Yes, yes. How about some woodworking? Can I see some woodworking stuff? Just asking. Don't shoot the messenger, David. Video to follow, Indecisive says. Video to follow. Can't wait. I do watch your videos. So unfinished. Working on the youngest. Working with your youngest. Working on the 66 Valiant. Okay. Mike, how you doing? How's things down that way at Never Done? I didn't realize you was going down there. It was good seeing you in the background, though. Just saying. And JB got a new propane heater for his garage. I think he's going to try to turn it into a sauna. It's only 50 degrees and he's cold. JB wouldn't do that, would he? Tim Windsor's in the house. How you doing, Tim? Glad to see you in there, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad to see you in, Tim. Appreciate it. So, Mike, how's Randy doing? I mean, you actually got to see him personally there. I mean, while you're there, how is Randy doing down there? I bet they was glad to see you in down there, ain't they, Mike? Us older folks get cold easy. Well, I do pretty good. I don't get cold too easily. Not yet, anyway. Might be because I'm fat. I don't know. I'm losing weight, though, so. I'm into 38 jeans really good. I really want to get into 36s now. That's my goal. Get into a 36 jean again. That's been a while. But I'm working on it. I'm so encouraged. I went out and bought me a couple pair of pants already just for the occasion. Tim, how you been? Zero is a heat wave for you. Oops, 50 is a heat wave. Okay. Oh my God, unfinished. That's horrible. Okay, that would be a sight. That would be a sight. I don't think we need to visualize that. I just hope there ain't no video feed live off of that unfinished. That would not be good. Just saying. Trying to get the brake lines on the 95, and the brake cylinders are leaking bad. That sucks when the brake cylinders are leaking. Take your little propane tank and heat up the line right there. That'll help you get them loose if you're trying to get them loose, Tim. That's what I do. I'm brave like that, though. I'll take a torch and heat up that line nut. Yep. That's what I do. I just take a little propane tank and heat them up right there on the nut. They tend to come loose then. That Volkswagen I worked on, that one line, that it has like a rubber line right there, but it's all one piece, and it goes to metal, and then it turns into one of them nuts like you got. And I scared to death that it was going to strip out or something. I couldn't get it off, and I finally ended up having to heat it up, and it come right loose then. The new line, replacement line for that is a two-piece. They got a rubber hose and a fitting. They made it a two-piece. I guess they knew they had a problem with that one piece. John Cope is in the house. How you doing, John? How you tonight? We're getting everybody in here. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and stopping in. I appreciate it. How you been, John? Busy? It's probably getting ready to be the busy time of the year for you, ain't it, John? Tacos. Yeah, tacos for dinner. There it is. Can't beat a good taco. You got one of your favorite places up there you like to go to, John? Bren's in the house. How you doing, Bren? How you been? Glad you stopped in. My favorite place. That must be home. That was always my favorite place, was home cook. Just saying. I barbecued some pork steaks this afternoon. I did that. So, done some potatoes. Mac and cheese, of course. That's one of my favorites. You almost can't ruin mac and cheese. And leftovers, you can do anything you want with them. You throw tuna fish in them if you want, or hamburger in them if you want. I mean, you almost can't ruin mac and cheese. It's a very diverse kind of meal. Crazy ice cream host. Yeah. Well, I do like ice cream. I don't eat it as much as I should, but I do like ice cream. I like cheesecake. Nothing wrong with cheesecake. Well, actually, before I make lasagna, I'm going to make a meatloaf. Probably this Thursday or Friday. I think I'm going to make a meatloaf. I haven't had a meatloaf in a long time. So I think meatloaf will come before I make lasagna. The only thing of it is do I need to make a video? That's the thing. Do I need to make a video? Me making meatloaf or lasagna? I don't know. It's a toss up. Just saying. See, them folks down there that never done projects down there, them boys, they go right after, they go right after a meal. I mean, they got the Blackstone going, and I mean, they got 4 or 5 items cooking at any one time. I mean, they got the full meal deal going down there. And see, Mike, Lone Wolf, he's been down there a couple of times, so he knows everything what I'm saying. So Rich is going to be making lasagna and blueberry cheesecake. Video to follow. Just saying. Said I'll be making a meatloaf first. Meatloaf is something I've got on my mind. I want to do it. And there's Ed's Machine Shop has made it in the house. How you doing, Ed? How you been? I know you're busy. Good to see you in here, Ed. Appreciate you stopping in. The smoked gluten-free lasagna got over 5,000 views. So yes, make videos. Well, I can tell you right now, my best video only gets about 30K views on it. And it was just a matter of making fun of changing tires on a semi. So the rest of my videos kind of suck. So just saying that, yeah. Graveyard Shift Racing's in the house. How you doing? Glad you stopped in. Appreciate it. I really do. How's everything your way? I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. I was successful at it today. So I did leave the house, and I done my own cooking today, barbecued. So I stayed. I was in a safe place today. So been doing framing all the weekend on the house. New house or existing house? Framing's probably the hardest work. I mean, that new shop that we put up, I mean, those guys made, I helped a little bit on that, but not much. But the crew that come in to set up the framing, I mean, it was like poof, one day they had all the walls up, and I was like, wow, it'd take me 4 days to get the walls up. But that's me, I had a lot of fun putting in the inside trim, the trim and all that wallboard in there. I put every screw into that, and that was all, tongue and groove that went on the inside of that. So, and I like doing that. I had no problem with that. So, but I'm no carpenter, but I mean, I can get by. I mean, I'm just not professional at it. 1912. Yeah. Well, this place that I'm in here, I am sitting over the oldest part of this house, and it was, according to the owner, 1860-ish, as far back as he goes with this house. He was raised here. He's 80, I want to say he's 84, 85 now. He was raised in this house. So that's what I can tell you. I've been here just a touch over 12 years now. So yeah, this is an old, I mean, this section here, and it's, back then, people just kept adding on to the house. Well, this section here is not a big section house, and they've kept building on as the family got bigger. They added, the 2 stories to it. So it went high and it went wider, obviously. So that's what they done back then. They just didn't tear the house down and say, okay, we're going to build a new one, because that piece was old. They just kept adding on to it, It's wild to see how they done it, because you can see where the old porch used to be, and stuff. And some of the wood in the newer side of the place is really nice wood. I'm not a big paneling guy. I mean, that kind of went out in the 60s, but, now it's, drywall and all that stuff. But this house goes back quite a ways. So it's kind of cool. I like old farmhouses. So, and I like being here. I mean, I wish things financially was better for me than what it is, but it is what it is. And, I'm fine. So, Slow and Repair says mine's an old-fashioned sausage, hamburger, ricotta cheese, Add fresh mozzarella and lasagna noodles. Old blend to pasta sauce. Okay. Getting ready to watch the Packers and Steelers games. Yep. Yep. I stopped watching football and all stuff for quite a number of years for various reasons. I'm slowly getting back into watching it a little bit, but I'll never be what I used to be. I can tell you that. Just saying. Don't hate me. Just drink coffee. Now you feel no worse. I'll talk to you later. Okay, Graveyard. I appreciate you stopping in. Get better. Yeah. I've never had coffee rack to me like that. I've had some bad coffee. So Ed, what are you working on in your shop? What's the hot project? Shelly, you laugh. I do try to stay on top. Best I can. It's hard sometimes to stay out of trouble. All kinds of things. Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I'm sure. Ed, I would like to get with you with a project over the winter, but right now I got a situation going on. I gotta move some stuff. Just saying. I got a garage that's coming down that's got all my stuff in it. I got to move all my stuff. So that's where I'm at right now. Mopar, small block heads. Yep. What is that? Acura. 24 valve Acura. Is that what I'm reading there? $351 Windsor. Yep. Yep. You doing the whole motor on that Acura, or you just doing the head? I'm saying the head. That's pretty common. Like we got 13 watching and 13 likes. That's perfect. I'll take that. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Already did the head balance and the gap and the rings block is done. Okay. Yeah. What do those rings get gapped out? About 24? I mean, that motor probably runs 9.5, 10 compression, am I thinking? Is that about right? 9. It's probably 9.5, 10 to 1 motor, I think. Oh, it's boosted, so it's probably in the 9 range then. Okay, Indecisive. Appreciate you, sir. Thanks a lot for stopping in. Thank you. Hope everything gets going good for you, and it will. John Cope will get y'all figured out. Should make about 550 horse. Well, that's plenty horsey. Yep, plenty horsey. Grab the saddle. So, Rich, when are you going to make that old-fashioned lasagna? When you going to make that? You going to do a video? '22 RE finish up, yep. Toyota 22 REs. That's a good motor, really. A lot of people looking for them. I like to zip them up. Always kind of figured it took way too much money to make them hang in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Two 440s. Hell, I got a 360 in mind, so I either want to do a 392 or I want to do a 408 with it. One of them two I got to decide. Gonna make it Friday. You and the lady friend gonna be involved in that making, Rich? $60 over $360. Yep. Yep. I run a 60 over 360 for, oh God, 12, 13 years on a Roadrunner. I sold it. As far as I know, that motor's still running. It's down deep in Missouri somewhere. Last count I had of it. Yeah, I thought about doing a 318 stroke too. I thought about doing that. Unfinished, that's funny. I'm gonna make a meatloaf. Yeah, probably Thursday, Friday. I'm gonna make a meatloaf. Yes. £3 of sour cream for cheesecake? Really? Okay. $3.79 stroke small block. That out of a 318 or 360 side. What is it? A 390? Yeah, shoot, I can't remember. 370 something and a 318. 392 and a 360. Something like that. 408. I mean, now you can go plumb up to a 426, which I think is just insane for a 360 block, but okay. I know a guy that's got two of them, so I don't want to be anywhere near that. That sounds like high maintenance to me, but you know, I think that 408's really the way to go. You know, keep that compression down. I seen where Busted Radio pushed out head gaskets on that 360 in the Noisy Cricket. I did see that. That really didn't surprise me much. I mean, he's got that blower on there, so I'm sure that those heads is not holding down real well. He's right on that ragged edge of, you know, you're going to count. Better be counting numbers. But I did see where he did push him out. And hold the onion. Yep. I understand that. My son hates onions. And I don't get it because all the time he was raised, he ate onions about every day. So maybe he hated them every day, but he sure ate them. Now he just hates the thought of them. That's my son. That's my oldest boy. The other boys, they love onions. So I get that. I understand. So Bren's over to a friend's house watching football with a 75-inch TV, home screen. Yeah, okay. Didn't need glasses to see it. I bet not. You're right at the 50-yard line. Why would you need glasses? Build a 387 to a 388. Yep. Yep. Was that like a 30 over 360 then? Stroke? 387, 388? Is that right? Something like that? $30 to $40 over. Yep. Okay. That'd be an interesting build. Like I said, the 360 and the 390, 392 range stroke. I mean, that's not a whole lot of difference. It's probably the same. It's just the bore. I don't know what they're boring the 362 to get to the 392. It might be 60 over. I don't know. But I'd take something along those lines in a 360. Yeah, that'd work. Those crankshafts for them strokes, I've seen some of them as cheap as like $500. I don't know if they're much count, but I have seen a couple of them strokers right around $500. 379 stroke, yeah. Yep. I bet that Molinar crankshaft's about $1,200, ain't it, Ed? Is that a steel? I'm pretty sure that'd be a steel. Yeah, $1,200. That's what I've seen. Not necessarily Molinar, but $41.44. Yeah, $41.40 forged. Yeah, $1,100. Piston's about $800, give or take a few bucks. Rods is another $600-700, I'd think, somewhere in there, just guessing. 12. Yeah, be about $2,800, or they're just in the rotator, I'm sure. Way it looks, I could be. Won't miss it by much. I've added them up a couple ways. I'm going to play with something over the winter. That's for sure. Something's going to happen over the winter. Right now, I'm perplexed over what to do with stuff, and I thought, well, if I just sell everything I got, then that gets it out of the way, and see what happens. Maybe I can get a shop of my own between now and spring. But right now, it's not good for me right now. Financially, it's not the problem, but just I don't have a place for all my stuff to go. So it's like I priced it to a couple guys already. It's like I can replace a car. There's cars everywhere. So marketplace is full of cars. Yeah, it's a bad deal. I mean, the shed has to be torn down. It got wind damage, and he's nursed it, and I've nursed it, and it's about to fall in, is what it is. I mean, it's an old shed, and he wants to get it down, and he's got almost all of his stuff out of it already. So it's my stuff that's holding him up from tearing it down. He wants to tear it down before snow flow blows through. So I get it. I understand. It's his place. It's not mine. I'll adjust and I'll move forward like always. Yeah, well, we had some wind a couple weeks ago and finished off the damage that was started earlier this year from a high winds that come through. So yeah, it's a bad deal. Yeah, 0 lash and a quarter turn. Yeah. Top dead center, 0 lash, quarter turn on all of them. Good to go. Just saying. Yeah, I know. So if anybody's interested in buying everything I got out in the garage out there has to leave. I don't have any place to take it. So car, trannies, parts, everything's got to leave that shed. The toolboxes I can bring in here. I got room for toolboxes, my jacks, stuff like that. But all the car parts I've garnered, stuff like that. I got a couple toolboxes out there. I'm gonna let go too. But I got 4 toolboxes, so I got 2 of them moved in. I got a couple more to bring in here. But I only got so much room in the house, so I can't park a 73 Dart Sport in here. I can't do it. Can't put engines in here. Can't put trannies in here, bumpers and all that. I can't do it. So yeah, just gonna have to let it go down the road, and I'll do something else. I don't think he's going to rebuild it, but I don't know what's going to happen there. I'm not going to rent another building. I've tried looking at that, and that's just insane what they get for a building I can't even put a car in. So there you go. I've looked at my options, and I'm out of options, and I'm about out of time. So enough of talk about bad things. Kenneth Brackett, hey, how you doing? Yeah, they will. Every time you take a car out, somebody goes, hey, is that for sale? You want to sell that? What do you want for it? Just name a price. Yep. Yep. I hear you there, Ken. I hear you. Be like, man, I wish I had a car. What do you want to sell it for? Is it going to be for sale anytime? Would you give me first shot at it? Yeah. That's how that works. I understand. I have priced everything. Lock, stock, barrel, every piece part I got that's in the shed, the car, everything. I priced it right to a couple people. We'll see what happens. It is a 73. My car is an actual 73 Dodge Dart Sport 340 pedal car. It's a 3-speed car. It had a 4-speed in it, long gone. But yeah, it is a pedal car. It is an original 340 car. I've done a ton of work to it. I've changed the spare tire donut in it. I put in trunk extensions. I put in lower panels on the quarters in the back. I fixed what rust was there. The car's roughed in body wise. All the underside of the car is done. The rear end's done. It's got an 8 3/4 large bolt pattern, A body rear end sitting under it. 410 posi, the engine compartments, all. You can all look at in my channel. The pictures and videos are all up in my channel. So the engine bay is all painted the original color. It's a dark silver metallic car, black striped car. Yeah, it's got new brake calipers on the front of it. All that stuff's done and ready to go. $3,000 to get you it all. Yep. There's a 904 small block tranny out there. There's a 904 slant six tranny out there. There's a big block 727 out there. Yeah. All that stuff's got to go. It's got to go. Oh yeah, I got a good title to it. Title tags is there. Yep. Fender tag. Yep. Yep. I got more than that invested, I can tell you that. But I can't. I have no place to store the stuff. I can't talk to the boss up there. He just bought 4 more tractors, so he's out of room. He just has no place for a car and all my parts to set. He would if he could, but he said, I'm out of. He said, I need to build another building. He just got through building the building, and it's full. We filled it up a week ago, so there's no room in the end there. So yeah, it's a good title. Yep. The car's originally out of California. But it had some rust in it. I'll tell you that right now. Like I said, the floor pans were really good. Frame rails were awesome. You could even, on the back frame rails, you could read the part number up there from Chrysler. That part number, it's still there on both frame rails. It's great for you. Look at the film videos in my channel. It's all there. Yep. Yeah, I hate to sell it because I probably 100, 150 hours. I'm not saying the car would be I was looking for a driver quality car or something I could just jump in, turnkey, and go drive. I wasn't looking for a nut and bolt restoration. I wasn't building that kind of car. I was building a car I could drive and be happy with. So, if a guy wanted to do a lot more, a guy could go a lot more. So, but I was happy with it. Junkyard D's in the house. How you doing? My 73 Dodge Dart Sport 340 car. We got a disaster in the garage that's going on, and got to get the stuff out of there. It's fallen in, and yeah, it's going to get tore down, so I don't have a place for it to go. So unfortunately, bad things happen. So it's going to go down the road. I'll do something later, but right now I gotta find a home. I'll find a home for it. It'll go. Yeah, those guys that I know down in Kentucky that Ryan knows, they'd like to get the stuff, but they want me to bring it to them, and it's like I don't have that opportunity. So, and for that money, I don't think I'll jump on loading it all up and driving 5.5 hours, 5 hours to get there to get the same money that somebody else around here can get. I hate to be like that. I'm losing enough money on the car, but I really don't have a choice. I guess I could let everything just sit out in the weather, I guess, put a tarp over it. I could probably do that, but boy, it wouldn't look real pretty out there in the landlord's yard. I can tell you that. I don't think I want to try that with the landlord really myself. Me and him's on good terms, and I want to keep it that way. So I've been here 12 years. I'd like to be here till they bury me, or until somebody finds me and wants to keep me, adopt me. I have been up for adoption for a while. Just saying. Yeah, it's a roller. Yeah, it's a roller. It's a project. Yeah, I got it without a drivetrain. It's got a rear end. And it's got 8 3/4, 410 posi in it. So it's large bolt pattern. It is an A body, but it's been converted to large bolt pattern. It's large bolt pattern on the front. It's 340 pedal car. Had a 4-speed, but long gone. But somebody get a nice car. $3,000. Get all the parts I got. Everything I got out in that shed's got to go. It's got to leave. It's got to go. I mean, I'd hate the thought of having to tear the car apart and then scrap the car. I'd hate to be doing that, but I know of about $2,000 worth of parts on the car I can take off of that car. So I'd hate to do that, but I just assume somebody buy it all. And that's a good deal. $3,000 for all that stuff that's actually a steal. Car's in excellent shape. I mean, it really is. But anyhow, enough of that. That's, is what it is. I can't change the shape of things right now. Yeah, landlord could, but he's 84, 85 years old. I don't foresee him building any sheds. So don't see that happening. So I don't have much of a choice. I have to accommodate what I can do. That's all. There's a lot of stuff out that shed that's got to go. Unfortunately, keep what I can keep. And like I said, I'm limited in the house here. So I don't have places to put transmissions and all of that. I don't have that space. Like I said, I got 4 toolboxes. So, and even that's more toolboxes than I need. But, I bought my one boy's shop box when he was working with me out there, and he left, and I bought his toolbox full of tools. So I bought it so he wouldn't lose them. I thought, well, maybe he'll get back into mechanicking and he'll need his tools, and I just give them back. But he hasn't done that. So anyhow, that's that. Looks like summer UFC football. Yeah. Pondy Maniac, how you doing? First time here. How you doing? Give you a shout, clap, everything. How you doing? Glad to see you in here. Just here to listen. Well, no, you talk because I see your chat over there. So you're chatting. You're in here. I'm sorry. Sorry for your luck now. You're in it. We've talked about ice cream. We've talked about lasagna, meatloaf, repaired semis. I mean, we've talked about a little bit of everything, Ponty Mac. What are you working on? How's things in your neck of the woods? Got lots of questions. First time caller, first time listener. Just saying. Do I know anything about a 351 Windsor? Well, I used to be in Ford years ago, but that was a loss for me. I'm sure there's people in here that know about the Ford Windsor. I know there was Cleveland's and I knew there was a Windsor's. I mainly messed around with the 289 and 302s when I was in Fords. So well, David, I don't think you'll find one any cheaper. For everything that goes with that one. That's what I can tell you. Need bigger displacements for the pre-runner build. Pre-runner build, okay. I got something that's got bigger displacements on it, but I don't think you'd want it. It's sitting in a boat. It's in a fairly big size boat. It's a V8 Mer Cruiser engine. It's a Mercury Ford motor. But I want to say it's a 468 or I don't know. I'd have to look to verify it for sure. But it's a big block Ford Mercury. I used to know a lot about Fords. I mean, I had a lot of Fords. I never had the pleasure of the 351 Windsor. Said I had 390s, had a pickup trucks, had that. Had a lot of 302s and 289s. I had boatloads of them. They was very simple engines, about like 318, 360s. The Windsors and the Clevelands were out there, yeah. Well, you better go to bed then if you're passing out there, Rich. Yeah, just go to bed. That's what you do. Glad you come in. Thanks. Appreciate it. (1959) Pontiac. The Catalina. Had a buddy of mine, he's since passed away a year ago. He had a 50 Pontiac, a little two-door coupe looking car. I love that car. Greg, how you doing? How's things your way? Glad you stopped in. Appreciate it, sir. Bonneville. My brother, Mike, who's older than me, he's since passed away 15, 16 years ago, I guess now. He was heavily into Pontiacs, loved them. Had Bonnevilles, and he had a Grand Prix or two, and he just loved Pontiac. He had 57 Chevy for a while. He had a 58 Ford Fairlane I just loved to death. It was a 58 Ford Fairlane. I got a heart for them. I'll probably never get to own one, but I got a heart for them. I think they got a nice styling to them, bar none, as far as I'm concerned. As far as the styling goes on them, that 58 Ford Fairlane. That's good, Greg. Glad to hear it. We're just shooting the bull around here. We've shot about every kind of bull and everything available to us so far. I mean, we talked about ice cream and everything. I mean, meatloaf, lasagna. Yeah. Adjustment of valves, top dead center, zero lash, quarter turn. Yeah, we talked about it all. I'm not good at live streams. I'll tell you straight up. I'm just, I really don't have a set topic here. I put something out there. It's kind of like whatever spaghetti hits the wall, we'll talk about that. So, there ain't nothing really set here, any kind of plan or nothing. We just I'll watch the chat over here a little bit and see what's going on over there. And, I work on so much stuff and do so much stuff. It's hard for me to tell you everything, and I'm no expert on nothing. So there's a few things I know. I'm sorry I don't know about the Windsor stuff. I had a lot of Fords in my time. I just have never had to deal with the Windsor or the Cleveland engines, either one. So like I said, I was pretty much into the small block, couple slant sixes, or not slant sixes, but the inline six motor, done those. Back in my Ford days. I owned 15 Fords at one time. That's what I can tell you. They kept me busy. And back then I was a much skinnier guy, done a lot of walking. So that's my history with Ford. I don't think I've ever owned a Pontiac. I think I've owned an Oldsmobile. I had an Oldsmobile F85, 1965 F85 two-door car. Double tap my screen. How do I double tap the screen? I don't know. Double tap top of the screen. Well, I ain't got nothing up there. There ain't nothing to double tap on. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here going, hey, I need to double tap something. So I'm looking for something to hit. So, okay. My bad. Said I'm sitting there looking for something to tap, and I'm going, wait a minute, I don't see anything I need to tap, but okay. Now it makes sense. I told you I'm not good at lives, Greg. I'm telling you, man, I'm not good at it. That's the whole thing, Greg. I just like talking to people, meeting people, try to have a little bit of fun and see what everybody's doing, what's on their mind and stuff like. I like doing that, trying to make new friends. That's what I want to do. I'm too old for all the other stuff. Well, my project is actually a 73 Dodge Dart 340 car, pedal car. That's actually my project, and we were just talking about that. I'm going to have to sell it and get it out of the way because I have no room. The shed and everything is going to be tore down, so I got to get things moved around. I have no room in the inn. I'll put it that way. Somebody's going to get a good buy on a good roller. But that was my project. I've done a lot of work on it. Austin, how you doing? How's everybody your way? Hope we're all fine and doing good. I hope. Thanks a lot for dropping in. I appreciate it, sir. I really do. I'm doing okay for an old guy. I'm doing okay. Glad you stopped in. What kind of good hot rod projects you got going on, Austin? Trying to decide on my 360 engine, which kind of stroker to go with. I haven't decided that yet. It's a 40 over 360 right now that's sitting in the shop. I got some 40 over. I got two sets of 40 over pistons for an engine I could use. One's got like 12 and a half to 1 pistons I could put in, or I got some flat tops. I haven't decided if I want to go that route or go with a stroker and do a 392 or 408. I haven't decided that yet. So that's the only thing about the engine I haven't decided there yet. I got all winter for that. yeah. It's actually a 3-speed car is what it is. It had a 4-speed in it, but it's actually, I run the numbers, it's a 3-speed car. So 340 3-speed car is what it is. It's actually a 340 car. Real deal. I call them pedal cars because they got pedals in them, but yeah. Yeah. Gas, brake, clutch. Yeah, exactly. I'd like to say I got more work done on my son's Dart, but he's got bad things going on up there. I mean, it looks like it's a divorce coming for him, so he can't do anything with the car. So I hate to see that. We were so close on that car. I guess he's got it all. He's got everything up for sale. He's tools, compressor. He's got it all up for sale. I hate to see that. He's put in a lot of time in it. I put in a lot of time on the body work, what paint I got done on it. Hate to see him sell his stuff, but divorce will do that. So I'm just losing room. I don't have I got a garage that's coming down and my parts are in it and I got to get them out of there. So I can't let them sit out in the shed, that's going to be tore down and sit out in the open. I can't do that. I ain't going to do that. So I have the ability to do something different down the road. And there's an opportunity. I may be going to Kentucky. I don't know just exactly yet, but being as I won't have any garage here for anything, Kentucky's looking awful good right now. Just throwing that out there. The place in Kentucky's got 2 big garages that I'd have full use of. So there is some opportunity for me to go in that direction. We'll see. We'll see. Well, here's my problem with doing lives. I've scheduled lives, and then when I go in there to do the live, I can't get in to do the live. I haven't figured that game out yet, why it does that. Somebody's going to have to educate me because I'm so dumb. So I'll schedule it, and when I come up to the time of schedule, it don't do a countdown. It don't do anything. It just kind of sits there in limbo, and I can't enter a live. And then I end up having to make a live like what I just do here, just jump in there. I don't know how to fix that. Somebody's going to have to teach me that. So why it does that, I don't know. So Yeah, I just kind of normally Saturday evening about 7, I'll jump in here with a live. So that's what I can tell everybody. Normally Saturdays. The only reason why I'm on here today is because I wasn't home yesterday evening, so I was doing other things. So I thought, well, I'll just come in here and jump for a live for today, and it's been really good. And I appreciate everybody coming in. I really do. I didn't expect this many on a short notice, so I do appreciate everybody coming in. Ed, you have a good night. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you a lot. So come down to Florida. I got family in Florida, and they tell me the same thing. You know, I don't know if there's a way I can make a living down there, though. That's the problem, David. You know, it's what I do is it's kind of hard for that work to be there. That's what I know about it. I mean, I love working on old tractors and restoring them. I love doing that. I really enjoy doing paint and body work. I mean, I like doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah, give me a call, Ed, anytime. I appreciate it. I really do. Yep, you know how to get a hold of me, Ed. But yeah, that's the problem with going to Florida. Because I mean, like I said, I got family down there. I mean, that's not the issue. It's not family. It's what little bit I make on Social Security is not conducive to behavior in Florida. Maybe I can put it that way, kinder words. Yeah. So that's why I work. I mean, I don't work. I've been working 4 days a week here, which is enough. I really don't want to go back to work five days a week. I really don't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid that. That's why I work on the side. I do some side work like that truck I did. I try to do the side work jobs, and then I work for a friend of mine who I went to school with, and he's a big farmer, but he loves them old tractors. But I've been working for him about 5 or 6 years now, doing tractors for him and stuff. And I really enjoy them old tractors. I love and enjoy working on them. There's not too many people do that anymore. So, that art's dying off, unfortunately. And, a lot of that's just not being passed down. And I get it. I understand it. I mean, you start talking about that little bitty 1% of people who 2% of people that do tractors are involved in old tractors now. So I get it. I understand it. But still, a lot of people like coming and seeing the old stuff. I mean, it still drives an interest. I mean, it's sad to see that talent go away, people that can work on them and fix them and make them nice. And I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional. I get by very well with the paint and body work that I do and what we do there. Not the fact I couldn't do better. It's just that's the way he wants her done, and I follow that lead. So, but yeah, I do enjoy that. I do enjoy the old tractors, and I enjoy paint and body work. I got that passion way too late in life. I wish I'd learned it earlier. It's kind of like them do-over buttons. We ain't got that do-over button. We got one shot at this. So, I loused mine up early in life. So I'm using a laptop to do my streams in. This is a laptop. It's new. I mean, I just bought it. I don't know, maybe 6-7 months ago, I guess I bought this laptop. That's all I really do on this laptop. I really don't use it for anything else. So I got a phone. I actually have 2 phones. So one's an old iPhone that will not access YouTube anymore. It doesn't have it won't. It's too old. It don't have the updates to it, and they won't update it anymore. So anybody that's got iPhones out there, iPhone 7 Plus, yeah, they call it a vintage phone, and they do not upgrade it to allow it to run on YouTube. Just saying. Right now, you got to have an iPhone 10 as the minimum that it takes to run a YouTube like I have. You got to have, I think it's an 18 ISO or something like that. The iPhone I got is not even a 15. I think it's ISO 14. So that's why. Just saying. That's what I know. I've been through the whole drama deal with it because I woke up one morning and I couldn't get on my YouTube channel. That fast. Couldn't do it. On it the night before, couldn't get on it the next morning. I was done. Had to go buy a phone. And the phone I got, I hate it. But $1,500 phone's not in my future either. So I'm not going to come out here and beg for a new phone out of anybody. Just saying. Yeah, let's see here. It's gone. We go onto the studio. On your live list, you should see the icon that looks like a calendar. It will have a red dot. Click on that, and it will take you to anything scheduled. Well, see, I still got a couple lives that are scheduled on my studio, and I can't even delete them. I know there's got to be a way to delete them because it was, a month ago. So there got to be a way to delete them because I was never on the live. I scheduled them, but it would never let me in the live. So said it may have something to do with this laptop. I don't know. I said I'm stupid when it comes to that. So, I mean, there's people out there, teenagers, younger than that, can come in here and do something with this laptop I never thought about. So, but that's what happens when I didn't never caught up to the computer age, really. And see that my phone, I want to do a long form video. I'd like to do some of that, like on that Volkswagen Beetle when I'd done the rear brakes and all that stuff on that. I wanted to do a long form video. Well, this phone will take a video up to 3.5 minutes, and that's it. It won't do anymore. If I get into the YouTube on my channel and I go in there to do a video, I can take a video as long as I want to do, but it will not upload it to YouTube. It says it's too long. It tells me right on it that it's too long and I got to edit. I have to edit it down. It could be I got a 24-minute video in there from when I was at Havana Drag Strip. And there's a 24-minute video in there I'd love to post, but I can't post it because it won't allow me to post anything over 3.5 minutes. There's a setting or something somewhere, I'm sure, that I'm missing. So, but I'm telling you straight up, I'm stupid about this stuff. So, and I get busy at work and stuff. So, I stay busy at work. So it's not like I can sit here and try to figure that out when I want to do something. I need to get with somebody that can help me get that figured out. I want to get this phone here. It takes great videos. The problem of it is the camera gets shaky in it. And I mean, it don't matter if it's sitting still, it will pick up something, and then the video will look like I'm just shaking all over the place. A couple guys think, oh, you got Parkinson's and all that stuff. And no, I ain't got none of that, but I got a phone that's the video announcement. It may not be in it. I don't know. Yeah, I've tried to delete them. Yeah, I've actually tried to delete those scheduled lives, and because it keeps popping up, hey, this is upcoming. It's like, dude, that was a month ago. That was a month ago. It's like I try to delete them and it don't let me delete. So I'm gonna have to get somebody that's a lot smarter. It don't take much to be smarter with me on a computer. I'm gonna tell you straight up. This phone here is it's a Motorola G phone, whatever. That's it right there. I mean, it takes great videos, but it'll only let me do 3.5 minute ones. But it's an Android. I'm used to an iPhone. I could take as long videos I wanted to, and I could upload it right now to my YouTube channel. I wouldn't have to edit or nothing. And if you look on my videos, I think I've only got 3 or 4 long form videos in there. Everybody says, hey, you ought to have some long form in there to go with your shorts. Everything you're doing is shorts. I said, well, I can't do anything else but a short right now. I'd love to do a long form, but I can't. I'm just not smart enough. I'll just tell you straight up. I'm just not smart in that area. You know, if it was paint, body work, sanding, cutting out metal, making something, I'm all about that. I don't need a computer, right? You know, if I was making a meatloaf or something like that, you know, yeah, I'm just not, I don't know. Don't want to bore you with all that kind of details, but yeah. I think me and Renegade's talked about it before, and I can't get time to get with somebody to help me figure that out. It's got to be something very simple. It's just, you know, everybody said, well, maybe take the long form video and download it into my laptop. Yeah, and I haven't done that yet. Haven't tried that end of it. Yeah, I got a grandson that's 7, 8 years old. I guarantee he could figure this out better than I could. It's amazing. I kind of miss my old iPhone, really. I mean, that iPhone, I mean, man, it's just so simple. I mean, you just hit the bottom for record, video everything I wanted to video, and put it right to my YouTube. I mean, right now. Yeah, this phone won't let me do that. I can do a short and upload right now, but it won't let me do a video. Anything over 3.5 minutes, that's a short now. So it's used to be like 15 seconds here or something like that, 20 seconds at the most on a short. Now they let you do a 3-minute short. So my name's Dennis. I mean, that's my name is Dennis. Twisted Mopar Garage is my channel name. So I don't have anything else other than that I don't have any other channels. Don't have none of that. That's what you see. My name's Dennis. So I've answered to a lot of names. So, but Dennis is my actual name. Twisted Mopar Garage is the channel name. Yeah, it is strange, Greg. I'll tell you that right now. It is strange, but it's, you know, that's why it's Twisted Mopar. there ain't nothing, nothing strange about stuff that happens to me. It's crazy. Well, see, this phone is the number 2 phone. I mean, it's just a cheap phone. It's nothing really to brag about. It's a Motorola G phone. I mean, you go to Walmart and pick them up for $50, and you know, it's a pay as I go plan. You know, that kind of deal. It's the way my other phone was. The other phone still is. I keep my other phone. It's still active. It's still on the internet, but it will not access YouTube. It won't do it. It won't access a lot of my apps. I can't get into I had to get this phone here because it wouldn't get into my banking apps or anything. So, yeah. Yeah, it is strange because I was used to, you know, the iPhone. I mean, it didn't care how long, so long as you had a battery life to it, it'd make a video. And I could punch it right into my YouTube channel. I could even take old videos that I had even before I was on YouTube. I could take old videos from there and drag them right into my YouTube channel. But this one here won't let me do that. So I don't know. It's got to be something simple I'm missing here. And I'll be truthful about it. I don't focus enough on my channel, you know, to be a professional, you know, video content creator kind of deal. I got the channel going because my old iPhone was getting full of pictures, and I was already paying for extra storage for the pictures and videos. And I thought, you know what, everybody said, well, just start your YouTube channel, and then you could, and that's what I did. So I started a YouTube channel. I started posting videos on there, the work I was doing, stuff I was doing, stuff like, and it was really handy. Any of the family could go and look at them if they wanted to. It was nice, convenient. Everybody could see it. It wasn't like I was trying to build a great creator channel. I wasn't doing that. I'd done it really just to put my videos out there. Here, this is what I do. This is the kind of work I do, and this is what I'm working on. This is what it was before. Here it is now. That's what I done it for. And I've got to meet some really good guys out here. They've turned into some great friends. So, and that's really what I want. I mean, we're not here long enough to fuss and fume and argue and all that stuff. So we're not here long enough for that. I want to make as many friends as I can. And, if there's something I can help somebody with, I will. If there's something I know about, man, I'll tell you. It ain't nothing top secret. So I learned a lot of stuff the hard way. So if I know about something, I'll tell you. If I knew something about Windsor's, I'd tell you, or Cleveland's, I'd tell you. I'm right up front. I missed that part of the Ford stories. The 302 stuff. I mean, that I can tell you about those. I worked on those. I had a few Chevys, worked on them. Best car ever owned. Best car, hands down. Wasn't a Dodge, wasn't any kind of Mopar. It was a 71 Ford Maverick. Best car ever owned. People can talk nasty about all that stuff. 6-cylinder, 3-speed on a tree. Best car ever owned. Always started, always ran, never left me stranded. Took me every place I wanted to go, and it was good on gas. So that's what I can tell you. So. Okay, Greg, good night. Have a good night. Be careful. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you, sir. Mitch, if we were to build an A-Team assault van, what would you use? Yeah, the A-Team van, I think, was a Chevrolet GMC van. So, it had to be the 4-wheel drive version, though, I think. With an actual military Hummer body on it, maybe. Something like that. Lone Wrench was in here not too long ago. He actually has a van that's made up to be the old A-Team van. So Lone Wrench, I mean, if you don't know him, he has a good channel out there. He's a good friend. So how are you tonight, Mitch? So, Brent, you got the Motorola G with the stylus, so that means you got the one with the pin on it. See, mine's the cheaper version of that. It doesn't have that pin or stylus. Two hours and 11 minutes we've been on the air. I can't believe it. I wasn't going to be in this long. I can't believe I'd keep my mouth running about nothing this long. Must have been the ice cream I had. Just saying. I appreciate that, David. I really do. Yeah, phones has come a long way. I can tell you that. Used to remember the old phone you had to pull up the antenna on and flip it open. Oh yeah, I remember those. And I was, you know, now we got this stuff. Now I'm too stupid to know how to operate it. I'll have to get my grandson, my 8-year-old, 7-year-old grandson, to show me how to fix this phone. I guess. Ain't that sad? That's how old, man. And I'm still young. I still got a good 15 years to give. That's what I think before I have to really, really stop. If everything keeps going like it is, health wise. Well, 2 hours, 12 minutes, 45 seconds. I think we're going to call it, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you is coming in. I really do. Mitch, appreciate it, sir. Thank you for stopping in. Usually every Saturday evening, 7 o'clock, I'm usually here babbling about something. So if you like, come back in next Saturday. I'll be here next Saturday about 7 o'clock ish. I really don't go at 7 sometimes. Sometimes it's 7:10. It just depends. But yeah, that's me. So if you like, I appreciate each and every one of you for being in here. Be careful. Be good to one another. That's all we got. So anyhow, you all have a good evening. Appreciate each and every one of you. Take care of one another.